Hello and welcome to Lighthouse 1111. I'm going to do my world predictions today. Was channeled to me one morning, the 20th of November. I've written down here, and obviously I had to sit and just work on this a little bit, understand what was being given to me. So here we go. So in the background, I have got my burner going. I'm going to put a bit of food on. In the meantime, I'm gonna put this into two parts. So this is the first part. So before we start, I'd just like to sort of say, look, this is just a channeled message. Spirit, basically. One morning I woke up in the morning, and it just was bombarded with loads and loads and loads of information. I thought I could remember it, and in the end, I thought there's no way I was doing that. So I wrote it down on the first one I could find, which is a piece of paper, basically. And I've just folded it up, and I sort of had to sit on it. Now, I hope people don't think that's any type of way, feel any type of way for me doing that. Something I need to do for myself as well, really, to be fair. So it was a Sunday, the day that this happened, the day that I had my channel. So we're going to start. So 2024 to 2029 world channeled predictions. So it starts off in 2024, where I believe there'll be a Cold War with the USA, United States of America, and the People's Republic of China. I believe this is going to start actually quite slowly, and then to get rapid. 2 years of this, I believe. I think, or what it was channeled to me was technology, technology, and technology. I think there's some new technology that is on the final part of all of the work. So it's been tested. They've built it. They've done all of the things necessary in order to get it to where it needs to get. And this battle is, I believe, this Cold War is about who controls it, who controls the technology side of this new system. I believe that may be coming in. This, I think it lasts for two or longer than 2 years, but for the 2 years, there's going to be a lot of these two countries in the news and certain things going on. Maybe prep, maybe some random stuff going on, maybe some reconnaissance, but it starts in 2024, I believe. It's possible that it could end in 2029, I'm not sure yet, but there's definitely something significant in 2024. Um, just a little bit about this technology. I think this technology will be the foundations of the new way in how we interact around the world, and how we pay for things, how we're perceived by these higher ups, basically. And it's quite serious. It's shouted at to me, end of an era, which I'm going to stress later on when that point gets. But this is the starting of the end, basically, of the system that we know today. So I don't want people to get upset and start thinking I'm meaning, like, nukes and stuff like that, because I'm not saying nuclear war. I'm saying it's going to be more technical. Cold War is really about getting resources, really, and stopping the other one from getting the resources it needs. We are in that at the moment, but it intensifies quite significantly, to the point where there's some restrictions even on you or me or someone else, things you can and can't do, restrictions for what a nation will put on its citizens. It's going to come back almost like the big C, that what we almost took a lot of people at. It's similar to that kind of control, I would say. So yeah, the Cold War definitely does start in 2024. I couldn't really get a time of when that might start in the year, and hopefully closer to the time, maybe I may do sort of mini sort of, some updates maybe. I'm not sure, but that's all what Spirit wanted me to know, really, the channel message that they wanted me to know about that. It was specifically between the United States of America once again and the People's Republic of China. Now, there's a lot of things that's going on right now which we don't understand or know about, which is probably being hid from us. But it will get to the point where it can't be hidden anymore. That's what I'm trying to say. 2026. Something happens in North Korea which makes me think, because it said to me, or the what I felt was destroyed. I don't know if that's from within, or I don't know if something happens on the outside, but something significantly happens in 2026 in North Korea. Also in 2026, Taiwan gets invaded. From what I understand, a lot of things happen in 2026, and it's because of the 2024 war, basically. It kickstarts other things into place, and there's going to be a lot of disruption, a lot of war, and a lot of displacement, I'd say, because later on in my predictions there was the big move. We haven't got there yet, but the big move, which I'll talk in the second part of this channel message. So we have the China invades Taiwan, and I think it is a full out invasion. I do think that, to be fair. At the same time, we have the first, and hear me right, the first of the bank crashes. I believe this is to do with, I'm not going to say the name specifically or names, well, maybe I should really. Bitcoin. I think something's going to happen to Bitcoin. Whether it's a pinnacle point for them where they either make it or they break it, I'm not sure, but this crash happens and Bitcoin is the name that gets chucked out. I don't know if it's the reason for, or they are the reasons why, or the good reasons why you should have gone. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. But Bitcoin is definitely the blockchains in terms of digital currency. Something happens quite significantly and it causes a bit of a problem for banks. Now the smaller banks, and I'm sure I'm right in saying it's the smaller banks that are not exposed so much will be fine. I think it's more of the bigger banks. Some of them already are probably trembling a little bit at the moment. And I don't think it's just the UK. I think most people are 2 checks away from a disaster or crisis. If you miss 2 payments or you lose, or unable to make two months worth of payments, I'm sure your world comes crumbling down. And I think that is the same saying for the banks really at the moment. I think they really are sketching. Something's coming out for the banks because it's the first of the crashes. There's a couple. There's going to be a couple. It's going to be bang and then bang, literally. For the banks, they're going to go through some tough times. I'm not quite sure if it's negative or positive, but my feeling is it's negative. My feeling is a lot of money is going to be lost, or a different way of doing business, maybe a little bit more harsher, maybe I'm not sure, but the environment changes for the banks. Yeah, 2026, and that's the same time around this invasion and something going on in North Korea. Something, I'm not sure what. Something's going on there in 2026, and that's where I'd like to conclude the first part of this channel's prediction, world prediction. There's a lot there really that I would like to go over some more detail with, but I'd just like to get the general gist of this, and I will go into details, like I said, a bit further on. There will be a second part. Now I'm not sure about my battery or my storage, so I want to keep it kind of blocked in a sense that I do this in parts rather than go all out, just in case someone's wondering why I was doing that. But the second part will be talking about the Middle East. We'll be talking about harp. Some people might know what that is, and some people don't. If you don't, okay, second part. And we will be talking about a lost year, if I'm reading right, and obviously the second bank crisis before 2020, like 2029. Sorry. So there's a lot there. There's a lot. There's also talk about the way the structures of the how the world governs itself, i.e. regional superpowers. I can see here regional superpowers and how countries have classed themselves after this point. I don't quite understand this part here, so I will talk it through in my way that I channeled it, just in case it could help you understand what's going on. But I do think I need to get this message out. Could mean nothing, but generally speaking, it was quite significant when I woke up. I woke up. Let me just tell you, I woke up in a right calm. It was really calm, calm, calm. It's strange for the information that I was being told and how fast it was being told to me. And then from that calm, 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 I really felt a little bit of anxiety, stress, and a little bit on edge. That's how I felt after, to be fair. But one thing I will like to share with you is that the peace, it was peace. The peace was really peaceful, and the storm was really stormy. It's like the really opposites of the polars, in a sense. Um, on a more personal level, it scared the shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie, it scared the shit out of me. To think what possibly could be up the road. Not even going into detail about what the Cold War, more details into that, but there be under no illusions. People will die. To be fair, but let's be under no illusions that we've got 8 billion people living on the earth now. There could be a considerable less amount of people living after 2029. I have to really put that out there. Not saying everyone is gonna sort of come to perish and die and stuff, but there'll be a drastic change. Now, if the time scale is out, the time scale is out. But realistically, this is coming at some point, and I think it is this timing. But if it's out, it's out. I'll stand by this. Thank you for watching Lighthouse 1111 Spirituality, and look out for part 2